All right, man.
What's up?
Each and every Monday, you are a machine. What's your secret? What do you put in your coffee? Give me some.
Nothing.
But seriously, like, is it something you eat? What do you eat today?
Yeah, I mean, like, nothing.
Jeez, man. I mean, I didn't know it was such a big secret. Whatever.
No, seriously, like, it's not a secret. I eat nothing every Monday.
Wait, what? Yo! What is up? Welcome back to another week of How to Health. My name is Kevin. I run liftingbalance.com, where we take aim at all things health and do it in an odd, weird, interesting, and highly sarcastic manner. Welcome. This week, we are talking everybody's favorite day of the week, and I mean everybody's favorite day of the week, and how I inadvertently stumbled upon a health tweak, or maybe it's better classified as a piece of a little test I was doing, an unexpected benefit from a health intervention test. Yeah, let's go with that. Anyhow, whatever we want to call it, let's chat, let's rap
So not like a regular mom, I'm a cool mom.
about how testing out a full fast day each and every Monday has subjectively made me more productive that day, alleviated the Monday blues, and, in my opinion, set me up to have a more successful week in general. So let's dive in. By the way, filming this on a Monday. First, how is this protocol that I've been following structured? Over the past 6 months, I've been following an early plant-based OMAD protocol, which has been well documented, at least in my opinion. This was all in an effort to transition off of my 6-month stint on ADF, or alternate day fasting, which, in my opinion, again, has also been well documented. So you can check those videos out. And as part of this transition, I wanted to keep some sort of weekly fast somewhere in the mix in an effort to hopefully reap some of the benefits of a 40 to 48 hour fast as I move to this more frequent eating schedule. Here, right at that very moment, the early plant-based 6N1 OMAD protocol was born. Has a nice ring to it, doesn't it? And with this venture into uncharted territory, I figured, why not make this fast on a day that I know, with pretty high certainty, is least likely to get interrupted by a social or work event. And come on, we all know that Mondays are the undisputed champ when it comes to the day people want to get left alone the most. Match made in fasting heaven, if you ask me. I wish someone asked me. Okay, so the protocol looks like this. I finish eating my last meal around Sunday at 1 p.m. May go a little later, depending on if people make me do social things or not. I then fast all day Monday. Water, coffee, tea, no energy-containing macronutrients whatsoever. And I break my fast at about 11 a.m. on Tuesdays. Pretty straightforward, right? This gives me about a 46-hour fast each and every week. And I gotta tell you, all of the hope for metabolic and cellular benefits are great, but it may be the mental benefits that take the cake in all this. The carrot cake. But to be fair, let's go in order here. The metabolic factors. We talk about fasting a lot on this channel. There's a good chance that's most likely the reason you are here, which is awesome. And keep letting me know what you want to hear more about in the comments below. Now, I say all this because for some, these next couple of bullet points about the metabolic benefits of fasting may sound a little familiar, but they are still very important to our health and longevity, so we got to give them a shout out. So here's a high level of those benefits that come with implementing an intermittent fasting protocol. And if you remember from some of our other videos, intermittent fasting by definition is greater over a 24-hour period rather than under a 24-hour period, which is many times referred to less often as time-restricted feeding. That's its correct name, but everyone calls everything intermittent fasting. So here they are, high level. Improve glucose metabolism and clearance. Basically getting more insulin sensitive. Better metabolic flexibility, being able to transition between carbohydrates, aka glucose as your primary source of energy, to fatty acids or stored fat as your primary source. A little hormesis action in the form of sirtuin, AMPK, and autophagy activation. And how can we forget getting the full benefit of the glymphatic system or your nightly brain clean? There is much, much more. Like I said, it's a high level. Check out the fasting and or longevity 101 playlist on the channel. It will give you everything you need to know and more. Make sure you have some time cut out because it's a fun adventure into those 50 plus videos. And PS, you add a little exercise into the mix here, and you're gonna be cooking big time. Did someone say food? Healthy, nourishing food? Was it you? Oh, you do healthy, nourishing food and exercise with fit? Oh my God. You, my friend, have won if you're doing that. Bravo, bravo. Moving on. Now, everything we just covered about the metabolic and cellular benefits are fine and dandy, but let's talk about the real cool stuff. The subjective, meaning my personal experience based on feel, but there's some science behind it. Mental benefits to throwing in a fast day each and every Monday. The mental edge. People hate Mondays. It's associated with the start of the grind, the beginning of activities that you are pseudo-forced to do after a 2-week hiatus of living your best life and doing anything and everything that you want to do. I know, because I was one of those people. A weekend warrior. 5 days of agony followed by a blink of chaotic bliss that always ended the same way, with a case of the Sunday scaries come 6 p.m. Now let me be clear. Fasting will not help with your employment situation and your mindset about Mondays. Not gonna do that. Crystal clear. Not gonna do that. That's some mental framework and life assessment work that needs to be done on the side. What fasting will do, at least in my experience, is help you grab Monday by the horns. It's a metaphor.
It's me taking the bull by the horns. That's how I handle my business. It's a metaphor.
Providing some hyper focus to dive into your daily tasks and check them off like, insert joke here. Oh, unfinished script. Check them off like something funny, getting checked off, movie reference. Cut to clip, cut back, audience laughing, bam, got him. Let's continue rolling. Why is this the case? Let's talk about the science behind why this may be the case. When you sustain from eating, aka fasting, your body's current biochemical state shifts. Certain processes and pathways are upregulated, while others are downregulated. For example, one major shift is in stress hormones, primarily cortisol and norepinephrine. Many times they are upregulated, putting you in a more alert state, which very well may be part of the reason why it's tough to sleep or sustain sleep while doing a extended fast. Got videos on that too. Links below. The theory behind this is it was an evolutionary survival mechanism. Way back when we didn't have food at a food store that we could pick up or, now get delivered, we had to go hunt and gather. And there would be extended periods where we would not find food. And we'd have to live in this altered metabolic state of burning fat stores rather than relying on a consistent food source. So, when we were in this state, in a fasted state, our body would upregulate certain hormones and pathways to make us more alert and give us more energy to go out and hunt and gather and find food for us, our tribe, whoever. Evolutionary theory. Makes sense though. So along with this hormone shift, our bodies, like I just said, is flipping the switch on where we get our energy from, moving from using glucose to fat stores. This right here is known as metabolic flexibility. And there's been some pretty cool research around the metabolic and mental focus benefits from burning the byproduct of fat, otherwise known as ketones, as fuel, especially in the brain. So, what if we use this little boost to go dominate the day rather than hunt and gather? Sounds a little crazy, if you ask me. Crazy enough to work. But here's the deal. Everybody's different. And this state shift is unique to each and every one of us. You see, our bodies always prefer to burn glucose when it's available. It's the energy of life. However, with glucose, we need to continuously replenish, which many of us do. And even after we stop consuming exogenous glucose in the form of carbohydrates, we still typically have about 24 hours of stored glucose in the body, known as glycogen, to get us through short periods of tough times. But eventually, we need another plan. This other plan is fat stores. And the more frequent we tap into these fat stores, the more efficient and easier it is for our bodies to flip into this different metabolic state. Now, unless you intentionally plan on going into this state, there's a good chance you haven't been there in a while, like a long while, or ever. But I've got good news and bad news. The good news is everybody is capable of flipping the switch, just like they do on TikTok. I won't go there. But you could find me doing odd, weird, interesting things on TikTok. We'll leave it at that. The bad news is the first couple of times kind of suck. Like I said, it's different for everybody. It's a common discomfort that comes with the transition of energy subtypes, and what many exploring keto or doing keto would reference as the keto flu. But more good news, always end with good news, it gets easier, both mentally and physiologically. So let's talk about a sustainable way and some steps that you can try this out for yourself. Only if you wanna, of course. The following is a little acclimation routine you could give a go. First, assess your current state habits, primarily when you start feeding and when you end feeding on a typical Monday. It could really be any day, but we're talking Monday here, so we'll just go with Monday. Once you have that baseline where you currently are at without doing anything, begin to place some time-restricted feeding boundaries on this window. For example, if you start eating at 9 a.m. and stop eating at 9 p.m., that's a 12-hour window, feeding window, and that's your current baseline. Now, you're gonna slowly but surely shorten one, the other, or both ends week by week until you start to narrow down that window, helping you easily or more easily transition into a time-restricted feeding protocol. Over the weeks, over the months, continue to skinny it down until you're ready to, on one pre-planned busy Monday, take the leap. And remember, there's always next Monday. The important thing is to listen to your body and know that there is a tomorrow. You could always try this again, so don't force yourself into anything that's uncomfortable. Test, learn, document, adjust and repeat. I have a whole beginner's guide to intermittent fasting. I will link it below. It goes into detail on the tactical steps to take to really execute on that high-level process that I just went over. Again, I'll link it below. My philosophy is make it simple and make it sustainable. And if you've successfully implemented the fasting protocol, here are some tips that have helped me on my fast Mondays. First, try to make your Mondays a busy day with important tasks that hold value to you, not just mindless busyness. But you can do that too, but if you're gonna have this hyper focus, might as well do something that is of value to you. So make it a busy day, because being hungry and bored, not a good combo. When you're eating, might be an okay combo, but when you're fasting, not a good combo. So have your hardest task of the week or of the day ready to go. And use this altered metabolic state to your advantage. And you'll find when you check off the hardest task, you not only dominate your Monday, but you put yourself in the position to dominate the rest of the week ahead. And that's what makes it so freaking awesome. And bringing truth to one of my favorite phrases, Monday morning sets the tone for the week ahead. You have a good Monday, you have a good Monday morning, and bam, rest of the week, dominated. As you can tell, I certainly feel and experience this. And let me know when you get going, if you get going, if you have similar experiences. Would love to hear. And who knows, Monday may just turn into your favorite day of the week. Oh, the irony.